Imagine a government trying to control how many babies people can have. Not a sci fi movie, but in real life. Welcome to China's one child policy, the boldest population control experiment, possibly ever. So how did it start? Well, in 1950s, China's population was booming, like really booming. We're talking 540 million in 1949, nearly doubling to 970 million in 1979. Food shortages, poverty, housing crisis, it was getting out of hand. So, by 1980, the government stepped in with a plan: one child per family, because in their eyes, fewer babies meant more prosperity. So, how was it implemented? This was not a soft suggestion, it was strict and sometimes brutal order. Families needed official birth permits. Women were monitored, encouraged, or forced to use IUDs, sterilization, or abortions. Some were even publicly shamed or punished. The idea was to keep the population under 1.2 billion by year 2000. And honestly, in terms of numbers, it actually worked. To enforce the one child policy, local officials used harsh and invasive methods. Women were regularly monitored by the so called population police, who tracked their fertility through mandatory physical exams. Yes, physical exams. Just use your imagination. If a woman was found pregnant with an unauthorized second child, she was often forced to undergo an abortion. Many were also forcibly sterilized to prevent future pregnancies. But coercion wasn't the only tool. The government also launched a massive propaganda campaign to promote the one child ideal. With no internet or widespread TV access in the early years, public walls and billboards were covered with posters showing smiling, successful one child families, turning small families into a national dream. So, what happened if someone broke the rule? Have more than one child without permission? Say hello to social maintenance fees, aka massive fines. Families who had more than one child without approval faced crippling fines, often more than they could afford. Some tried to hide their extra children, who then became officially invisible. Without a household registration or hukou, these children, called Hei Hasi, are black children, couldn't access healthcare, education, or even basic services like library card. It wasn't until 2015 that the government finally allowed 13 million of these unregistered children to apply for legal status. So, how did people avoid punishment? Well, they got clever. Some families registered a second child under a relative's name. Others give birth in a secret or paid bribes. Some children were never registered at all. No official ID, no school, no healthcare. They were called black children. Invisible to the system, but very, very real. So, what was the result? Well, China's birth rate dropped from 2.8 to around 1.5 in just a few years. Mission accomplished, right? Well, not quite. The policy led to a massive gender imbalance because families preferred sons. Millions of girls were aborted, abandoned, or put up for adoption. There's also the 4-to-1 problem: one child supporting two parents and four grandparents, and an aging population with not enough young workers to keep the economy going. By 2016, the government said, okay, two kids are now allowed. But 2021, they bumped it up again to three kids and finally scrapped the limit altogether. But here's the twist: people aren't rushing to have more babies. Why? Well, rising costs, career pressure, urban life. Turns out, after decades of being told to not have kids, people just kind of stopped wanting them. China's one child policy shaped generations. It slowed population growth, yes, but also created a long term challenge that China is still trying to solve today. A powerful reminder: you can control laws, but controlling life, that's a different story. In July 26, 2021, birth limits have actually been formally and fully abolished. So there's no cap on family size, and previous penalties have been removed. Unfortunately, the horrors that happened because of that policy, those things cannot be erased. So I hope that that helped you understand a little bit more about Asian culture and Asian history. um, there is a lot of countries, a lot of Asian countries have a downward trend in terms of birth rates, and we just need people for this society, for this earth to actually thrive and continue. All right, would love to hear your thoughts though. Let me know in the comment section below. And if you can, please like the video, subscribe, and hit that notification button. And of course, share the video because that's really helping my channel. Send the link to the channel or a video or several videos to your friends. Paste it on social media. That really helps me. And if you can, please donate to the channel. We're trying to grow the channel. We're trying to transition into other things, not transition, but expand into other things without um, filing a loan or doing, or funding and stuff like that. So I hope that you could help. Also, and I do talk about what we plan to do in my live streams. So please join me in my live streams as well. And if you can, please follow me on X, also on IG, but more importantly on Patreon. We're there, we're active, we converse and talk about movies, TV shows, music, current events, or sometimes we just joke around. So if you're looking for a community, you'll find it there. Thank you. Till next time.